Okay, good evening, everybody. Good evening, everybody.
Yeah, good evening.
Right. Okay,
Good
so
evening.
yes, all right.
Good
So we want
evening.
the energy in the room. Okay, great. So good evening, everybody. Again, tonight we are on our Saturday 9 p.m. session. So with a very interesting topic, just to introduce myself. My name is Felicia, Coach Felicia, from Fit Unit, and this session is brought to you by collaboration of people under the umbrella of PRKPP, focus on education, wellness. Especially now, we're focused on mental health, physical health, body, mind, spirit, and tonight's topic, it's very special. It's something also to do with our body, mind, and spirit. It's called the topic of tonight, for the night. Why is it so hard to lose weight? So I think it's very, I think it's a common struggle, especially during the pandemic. And I think just generally, Malaysia is so, it's so rich with resources, right? Especially food. I think the pandemic made us realize that we really love eating out because that's part of our socialization. And that's part of us. The first question we will ask people as a sign of politeness and being very sort of very Malaysian way of doing it. Sudah makan kah? Sudah makan. So it's a way of asking, how are you, right? So, and usually it will be followed by, okay, let's go have a drink. Let's go to the mama, right? So just imagine ourselves now in like a mama or a kopitiam situation. So what are you guys having? What drink are you having? Coach Francis, what are you having?
You mean tea time?
Yeah. No, what are you having for now? Drinking what? Are you drinking water now? Drinking
Yeah,
tea?
water is in front of me. Just
Water
water.
is in front of you. Okay. How about you, Prof?
So I'm also having a drink here with me, just a vitamin drink,
I
vitamin
see.
C drink.
Vitamin C. Yeah, yeah. Very good. Very good. Okay, no worries. All right. So good. So yeah, so if we are in a kopitiam session, it'll be like, coffee, your teh tarik, your water, your tea, right? Coffee and things like that. So okay, let's just pretend that we are in a kopitiam, right? Okay, great. So just to put into perspective, okay, before we have our special guest to come up, it will be more of an interview session, and I'll be sharing my screen. And let's see, what do we want to share and what can we share? Okay, so let's see. So why is it so hard to lose weight? Can anybody answer before we get started?
Good. Anybody
Yeah.
can answer. It's good.
I mean, there's no right or wrong. Like,
Yep,
why do you
yep.
think it's so hard to lose weight?
Yep.
Well, as for me, until now, I'm still, in my gestation. My pregnancy has never actually no birth yet.
No, not
It's
yet.
still the same 80 kilogram.
Not yet delivered. Yeah.
And I find it very difficult because I think habits is the lifestyle habits that is the one that stopped me from getting better.
Yeah, and then
The way
Zalin, that's good. I mean, that's good to actually, when you're being mindful about it, and that's the most important thing, right? And Zalina in the chat group mentioned age factor. Okay, so is it really age? Let's find out. Right? Let's find out. Okay. Ha ha ha. Right. Awesome. Okay, let's see. Okay, so today our guest speaker, or our special guest. Okay, let me share the screen. Can you all see it? Yeah, it's someone at 60 years old, or just turned 60 last year. So life begins at 60, when you are healthy, right? So I think that already sort of shake things a little bit. Is it really age factor? That is it because it's age factor that it's hard to lose weight? What do you guys think? Okay, no worries. All right, so okay, and then let's see. Let's move on. Okay, all right. So one of the things as a coach for I think 12 years now, what's the reason of us putting this topic together today? It's to really talk about it's March, and it's also it coincides with the Nutrition Month, National Nutrition Month. So hence why we are diving into this topic today. All right. So, okay, let me share my screen again. Okay, let's see. Right, everybody can see, right? So it's also coincide with World Obesity Day, 4th of March, which just passed.
Everybody needs everybody.
Yes, and you see that obviously, if we talk about the population in the world, there is a case study or a statistics that showed from WHO that most of the people are not dying because of not enough of food, but more of a malnutrition, meaning eating probably food but doesn't serve them, right? So nutrition is a big problem. Nutrition deficiency is a big problem. Okay. Let's see. I can move next. Okay. What is your they say your waistline is more important than your weight, right? And can you do you know that how many inches of your waistline that is considered healthy? Can anybody comment? Or can anybody comment that are you happy with your current waistline?
Not really, not happy.
Oh, okay. That's good. At least you get a feedback. Right. So we want to be better, right? So that's why we're here. Okay. So that's a good sign, right? So a lot of people, they are probably very happy, still very happy about things, until it gives you a big issue, right? So that's very important to take note. Okay. Okay. Next, World Obesity Day. So everybody needs everybody. This is this year's theme. And it's just Malaysia boleh, right? So Malaysia, negara paling obese in Asia Tenggara. So we know that our average BMI, and this shows that the men and women over the BMI of 25 is definitely, the highest among all our neighboring countries. And it's so easy to fall into the I think this is like considered 1 out of 2 people are actually overweight and obese. It's more of a category where there's higher risk of course comes in, high blood pressure, diabetes and cholesterol. So those are the more important things, not just about looking skinny or looking pretty or handsome or having that 6 packs. We are far away from that. I think most of us don't really need that unless for certain, unless your life depends on it. It's a job like Hollywood celebrities, right? I think most of us have this issue of struggling with having this relationship of the struggles of treating food as a reward and exercise as a punishment. So hence, definitely this is a really big issue, right? So that's why we're here tonight, to actually talk about it. One of the flow agenda for tonight, the questions that will be answered is, for number 1, how to reduce belly fat. Okay. And we talk about the common mistakes that people make and how to go about it, plus a very bonus one, the 5J concept. Okay, so this will be answered by our guest speaker. So feel free to ask any questions, type in your chat. If you're on Facebook, if you're commenting, please do quickly comment, and we'll try to ask our guest speaker about it. Okay. All right. So next one. So what are the reasons actually? I believe that. Okay, I believe that is actually back to your mindset. Okay, so this is what we've always realized in our years of coaching. It's never really about just cutting down your food and doing more exercise, because people can rebound, right? So it's all boils down to the mindset. So because Prof has also shared a lot of things about the growth mindset and the fixed mindset. So growth mindset is having it's actually failure, treating failure as an opportunity to grow. So I can, when it comes to weight loss, I can learn to do anything that I want if I put my mind into it. And if, let's say, you're faced with situations or challenges that does not allow you to be healthy, what are the things that these challenges can help you to grow? Okay. And my effort and attitude determine my abilities. So if you are started to say that, oh, it's actually based on my lifestyle, maybe I don't have much discipline, that is identifying and being mindful about it as well. And feedback is definitely constructive. I think a lot of times we are not happy if somebody tells you like, hey, you're fat, you need to lose weight, right? I mean, unless it comes from a doctor, I think everyone else is like, it's a bit of an insult, and we find it to be rude. But sometimes you got to listen between the lines and to understand that whether it's coming from just somebody telling you sarcastically, or if somebody's telling you from a place of love, right? Wanting you to be healthy. So feedback is constructive, okay, if you treat it as a message. So one of the things also very important, if you have a growth mindset, you're always inspired by the success of others. So when you see somebody having a great weight loss results, instead of like, obviously, that person can lose weight because of the. Rather than that, having a growth mindset also means that, wow, if he or she can do that, I think I can also learn how to do it. You don't need to lose 10 kg in 10 weeks, but you need to understand that they showed you what's possible, right? So like recently we have so many people that is famous went viral, for their weight loss and things like that. And of course, there were a lot of inspirational messages. They get inspired by the person, and some of them were just not very happy, and they will say certain things. But those people who actually say negative things, sometimes it stems from probably insecurities, or stems from not from a very positive or growth mindset. So you have to be very careful with that, right? And also a growth mindset means that you like to try new things. You're open to suggestions. So if you're already trying to reduce your food, trying to exercise a little bit more, but nothing is working, right? So why not trying out, probably hiring a coach, joining a community? It could be a running community, it could be a healthy eating community, and it could be a book club. So many things that you can actually do to actually having this, trying a different perspective, right? That's having growth mindset. Okay, so what about, let's see, what about having a fixed mindset? What's the difference? Let's see. Okay, fixed mindset is basically failure is the limit of my abilities. So once you fail once, you say that's it. I don't even trust myself anymore. You find yourself telling us, you find all these negative words in your head. You don't believe in yourself anymore. I think that's one of the worst thing one person can do to themselves, is telling themselves that they don't trust themselves anymore. And also fixed mindset is telling yourself, I'm not really good at it. I'm just not meant for it. I'm just not meant to be kurus dan sehat dan cergas, So you're telling yourself that you cannot do anything about it anymore. Okay. And also one of the things that is fixed mindset, it's saying that your abilities are unchanging. Oh, I cannot change. Old habits die hard, you know. So that's also like, we have to be careful. Sometimes we are only human, right? We get into that kind of mindset as well sometimes, but it's very important for us to be aware of it. All right. And usually a fixed mindset will say, I don't like to be challenged. If you're telling me that I have to start eating healthier or eating more vegetables or fruits or going out for my exercise, I don't really want it. So you cannot do something that is already proven, right? We already know that we need 150 minutes of exercise every single week. We do need we know that we need 5 to 7 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. So if we don't do it, then obviously we are limiting ourselves. So that's a very fixed mindset, right? So one of the things is, a lot of people with fixed mindset, it's always like extreme. I can either do it or I cannot. So I want to, it's more like I can or I should, but I probably won't do it, and I probably cannot achieve it anyways. Already having that set and failure mindset already, right? So also feeling frustrated and giving up. I think most people in the ones that we have seen, it's not because they stop doing, it's not because they fail, it's because they stop. They start, but they don't do it until they see a certain success. They treat like probably 1 day, 2 day, sometimes even 1 week, sometimes 2 months, 3 months to determine if they're going to fail or not, right? So that is very unfair for your body. Let's say you have already 30, 40 years of your life, and to build to where you are right now, isn't it fair to give a small amount of time to work on yourself? Why do we give ourselves 1 month or 2 months? Do you just want to stay fit for 1 month and 2 months? Do you just want to kurus sebelum raya, and then next raya kurus again sebelum raya? Or you want to kurus, meaning like, you know, we want to kurus doesn't mean skinny, okay? Kurus actually means like there's this one club that it's on Facebook. It's called Club Usaha Club untuk Club Usaha Rajin untuk Sehat. That's KURUS for you. Okay, Club Usaha Rajin untuk Sehat. So it's your ability to keep moving forward, keep going. All right, so that's growth mindset. Okay, fixed mindset means that, see, feedback is actually a criticism, very personal attack. You know, you're overweight. Yeah, that's a fact. If let's say if you are overweight, right? So of course, when people say in a different tone, that will probably make you feel a little bit more defensive. But if you take it as a feedback and a message to make you do better, why not? And the last one is that fixed mindset. Basically, you're telling yourself, I stick to what I know. Okay, so not willing to try different things. So if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results, that's called insanity, right? Okay, so that's the difference between growth and fixed mindset. Okay, great. All right, so we do have a few new people who joined in. I'll just it's good. Welcome. Welcome Farah, welcome Noreen, welcome Mary. All right, great. So okay, let's jump into the questions. All right, so let's bring up our guests for tonight, Coach Francis. So Coach, so why is it so hard for people to lose weight? Why do you think so?
All right. Good evening, everybody. So, how you guys? Okay, you can hear me. Just type 1. Okay, just key in 1 so that I know you are hearing. You can hear me. I don't see your faces. Okay, no problem. Okay, so you just if you can hear me clear and loud, you just type 1 so I know that you are here Okay, good.
All right.
Now, there is not a direct. Can I have the question again, please?
Why is it so hard to lose weight?
All right, that's good. So you see, when we take a question, we don't answer it directly because sometimes the answer is not a direct answer. Okay. Now, first of all, let me tell you some of my background, why I can hang on to such a healthy, active lifestyle. Okay. This one goes back right to my childhood. My dad always tell me that, all these hypertension, cholesterol, heart problem, all rich man's sickness. So because we are not doing well, my parent is okay, can raise us nicely, okay. So then I was implanted with that thought, don't get into trouble, because it's going to cost you, okay. So that's already there. Then with that kind of mindset, then I used to go and mix with elderly people. Then one elderly man told me, he said, secret is good for nothing. I said, not for eyes, your breath, everything, It's just ordinary lay people. All these things has actually implanted in me very well. And incidentally, my name, my Chinese name is Kam Kin, you see, is gold. Gold is Kam is gold, and Kin is health. So I'm come with golden health.
Golden
So I
health.
think
Wow.
yeah. So come up with my surname Wong again. So it's really golden health, So I think it's very passion. It's really built in me,
Your mission
So,
to help people to, I think we talk about obesity and why is that you see, what is the problem that in your experience, why is it so hard for people to lose weight?
Yeah. So the problem is not with the person. That's why when you have somebody who is having a wrong attitude or so-called indiscipline, or lazy, it's not that problem. The problem is that they didn't see enough value. They didn't see enough meaning of getting into that. So our job is to bring them to a platform, to lead them to the mindset thinking and to the philosophical idea why it's so important to get into health. So that is the reason why most people miss it out, because they for a reason of when they come to having discomfort, knee pain, chest pain, whatever, everything only they come to us. There's none come to us with a healthy body. It's surely got some problem, either doctor's advice or they having some very discomfort.
Yeah, but okay,
So
then again, the question, I am somebody who value my health, of course. That will be generally everybody's, defense point of view. Like of course, I care about my health. I drink water. I go to sleep. I try to get my 6 hours of sleep. But how come I'm not getting there?
Yeah. You see, this is one of the area you call the so-called you have your own body so-called image. You accept yourself that way. Okay, so it's not wrong. It's not wrong. So we want to lead them to see the other perspective of health. Now, they want to bring it to that level. We have to go back to basic to increase their mindfulness of it. Just now we are talking about the waistline, okay? How to know your waistline? I just want to give you some idea when I talk to you. Hopefully this one will lead you to taking actions. You gauge yourself every single day, like talking to yourself. I'll give you an idea. Now, just now when Felicia showed the figure of the waistline, then they show the tape, okay? Then I also got one tape here, okay? So one tape here, right?
I also have
But
a tape here.
not the tape that you need actually. You don't need this. You don't need a tape, but you need a string. You need a string.
A raffia string?
Your height. Just a parcel string. That's good.
Raffia string, right? Yeah.
Parcel string is good because you're going to keep it hanging somewhere, like your tie. You can use it anytime. Okay. So what you do, you measure your height. Okay, from your leg right to your so-called your head this way.
Head to toe.
Get this point, and then you divide this thing into two. Okay.
Half.
You divide into half.
Okay.
Then you roll it over your waistline. Okay. If you cannot touch, okay, that means you are excess. Okay. You do it every month.
Okay, not every day, every month, once a month.
Every month. Okay. Then what you need to do, there are also other things. That means you measure inches every month, okay? Every month. So
Okay.
after 1 month, 2 months, 3 months already, you are sure to knock something on the head, then you want to do something about it. Then the other thing is this, okay? This is a Anita scale or the body composition scale. Your scale, not your ordinary bathroom scale, okay? Don't
Okay.
stand on that scale. That scale doesn't indicate anything, but only put fear into you, that's all.
Yeah.
If your weight increase, okay, you want to know what is increasing. The muscle mass increasing or the fat increasing. Okay, if you lose weight, you want to lose whether you're losing fat or you're losing muscle.
Okay.
Now, this is very important. Now, why we need to measure? Now, here's the key. When you measure, whatever gets measured, you know, when you are in your whole body, you don't know what is going on. You know, until you hit some pain, then only you feel which is too late. So you need to measure. So you measure your waistline, you know, it's already out of the specs already. Then you measure your weight, you know, your weight also out already. Okay. Then you become aware, you increase awareness and say you want to do something about it, right? Then you will start to want to do something about it. Then that where you will find how to do it and let's do it. That is where we come in. Okay, or you can see the doctor. The doctor also have so-called very limited resources in the sense that they were more onto the treatment and they more onto the advice and tell you that you must go for exercise, eat healthier, and exercise. So that's the reason why I want to put in this way, you are very important because you can help and inspire another person. Like what is the tagline of this Obesity World Obesity Day? We are talking about everybody needs everybody. That means it means simply says, don't face it alone. Obesity is a chronic, recurring disease. So
Okay.
it is a serious disease. It's very serious because your fat cell, the adipose fat, it becomes smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger, smaller, bigger. It depends what is your body physiological.
So which means to say that fat cells are forever. So it
Yes,
doesn't go
exactly.
away. So
Yep.
if you have genetically you are overweight or obese, even though you lose weight, is a continuously a process that you need
Okay.
to follow. If not, then it's easy for you to basically go back to your original weight, right?
Okay, go back to your question. First of all, measure. What gets measured gets managed.
Okay.
And what gets managed will give you consistency and performance.
Right.
That is the reason why we put people on this scale every week. If they gain weight, we clap very loud. If they don't lose weight, we clap very loud. If they lose weight, we just clap like that. The reason because why we are not criticizing them. Because we thank God, they realize they're not losing weight even in the first week of the program. That's the reason why we want to acknowledge them. Because they realize that they are not losing weight. So when we put them into a socialization platform, where the other participants also start losing weight, and some not losing weight, then they start to get inspired. Why is it they lose weight and they didn't lose weight? Even though I am in the same platform of coaching. That is the beginning of the power of socialization, wellness socialization, and the group together. We call the socialization group.
Yeah, we will get to that because that's one of the 5J concept.
So
Okay.
you get measure, you become aware. When you get aware, you take action, or you go and look for how, why. So you Google also can. But then anything you do, if you are doing alone, without a body system or without a group support, is all temporary. And you do it wrongly, also temporary. So what we want to do is that we make sure that we understand the whole basic of the whole idea of how fats accumulate and how body gain weight and how to lose it correctly. And it's all evidence-based, okay, science-based. Then from there, you know you are stepping on the first step and the right thing to do. Okay.
Yeah. So just to recap a bit, reducing your belly fat first is to really measure yourself every month using the just a raffia string. It doesn't have to be a measuring tape. So if it's put it half of your height and you measure it so you can see inches lost or the other way around. So that's where you can first be mindful of how much you should lose, right? And the second really is to measure using a body composition scale that allows you to understand what are you losing or what are you gaining. Is it fat, muscle, water, right? and also
Metabolic rate.
yes,
The
metabolic rate,
metabolic rate.
right? Yeah, very, very important. And also for, yeah, okay. And having that mindfulness is very important. We're not even giving you can Google 10 million tips on Google. I think it's
Yep.
available for you, how you can reduce belly fat. But really, what Coach Francis has really shared is to really create the mindfulness, that first step. If you're not even aware that you should lose how much, then you are happy with the way you are. It's not that you're wrong, because it's not
Body
painful.
image. It's body
Yeah,
image.
it's body image. You're okay with it. People around you, you know, it's always being in our culture and society. If you're skinny, meaning you are not very well fed or you're undernourished. You know, I remember, I think when our grandparents are still around, you know, they will be the one to have their grandchildren eat more, because you look so skinny, you need to grow up. So when we are when we are adults now, and we do need to keep in a healthy weight, healthy BMI, healthy lifestyle, and but we still have that blueprint of like, you need to eat more, you're still growing up. So which is a wrong perception of a body, you know, body image wise. We always kind of connect prosperity and abundance with like a really nice, healthy body. You know, healthy doesn't mean skinny, definitely in our perceived mind, right? So hence why it's very important for you to know yourself, to measure what's necessary, so then you stay mindful of where you want to be and where you are right now. Okay, so let's go to our second questions before we have our special bonus on the 5J concept, right? What are some of the common mistakes people make when it comes to weight loss?
All right. Yes, good question. Basically, most people, when they are planning their weight loss journey, actually they actually don't plan. They just by gut feel, they see they want to lose weight, okay? Then they will try to go on diet. Diet means it's good, but they will go on so-called this fat diet. So they sometimes they say, oh, IF is good, fasting is good, they go fasting. Then this one, that one cannot eat, this one cannot eat. So this is where the problem is, because first of all, we need to understand the whole idea of what a balanced and healthy diet is all about. When you know that already, then you know what is your basic ability of your resting calorie metabolic rate. That means if you are 1,005 for a lady or for 1,008, you maintain that. Okay, if anything go beyond 1,005, you will put on weight. Anything below 1,005, you will get tired. Of course, you will lose weight. If you don't get the nutrition support, you will lose the wrong thing. So you need to get the proper support and the exercise to tone the muscles, to build the whole thing, so that the thing will sustain. Otherwise, you see, for example, now it's not that I cannot put on weight. I eat more than anybody, and the thing is, my muscles are very active, very toned and conditioned. I sweat very easily. Okay, if I move a little bit, I will start sweating. So when you come to join my class, then I will start to move you. Then you will see, hey, when the initial first week, you don't sweat that much. But after I get you to understand the so-called the muscles contraction, how to move your minor, major muscles, then you will move. Then your muscles, major, smaller muscles already activated. That is the beginning of so-called using of this excess fat. The body will start to get those energy. When you see the muscle and the fats are actually this way. If the muscles is a lot, the fat will come down. If the fat is a lot, the muscle will come down. So these two is very important because both also burn calorie. One burn more, one burn less.
Yeah.
So you need to have the point. You get it right. Get the so-called the fat burner that is inbuilt inside you and me. So get to activate them right in the morning when you wake up.
Right. Okay. Just to give some of our audience a bit of tips. 1 pound of 1 pound of muscle burns 14 calories, 1-4, yeah, and 1 pound of fat burns only 4 calories. So which one do you want more? So are we so obsessed with the weight? That's our common mistakes that people are, just cutting down food or calorie restriction. Okay. Yes, you do lose weight, right? But you don't really know what you're losing if you don't support it with nutrition. Okay.
Okay. Second point is because we are not malnutrition. honestly, in this common now, we are not malnutrition.
Okay.
Okay, we are undernutrition.
Undernutrition.
Undernourishment. Now, let me just put it this way. That's the reason why when you follow my Facebook, I always, the first string, I have all the big fruit and with the fiber and with all the necessary so-called as raw as possible. Why I want to eat raw? Because raw things has more minerals and more vitamins. Okay, so I feed my body correctly with the right fiber and also that enough to actually also add some probiotic. It will really keep my guts very well. Now, let's see, for example, we always eat most of our food, okay, most of raw food are all under heat treatment or under heat cooking.
Yeah.
So when you put heat, okay, you put heat, then the enzymes, the phytonutrients, and all the heat-sensitive vitamins and so on, they are all almost gone. Okay, so you left very little. That's the reason why the World Health Organization say with the condition of the soil and the propagation and farming, we need our so-called foods and fruits, veggie are already under nutrient. There's the reason why they say you need supplementation. Then when we come to supplementation, people start to argue. They say, "Wow, this, wow, that." Okay, let me just say, when we eat a packet of cold drink or nasi lemak, we don't even ask what is inside. We don't even know. But when we give you one vitamin tablet, you will flip through everything. Suddenly become a researcher. You know, you want to know what is it. You know how safe it is. You know, this is where another issue. So we must understand. We must first keep moving correctly. You must move consistently. The more you move, the better you become. Second thing, you must balance your nutrition. No nutrition, you can't even think straight. That's why early morning when you wake up, you gawky, you know, zombie like that, you know, because your energy, your nutrient level, your water level is all very low. That's the reason why you become hungry. Then we go and strive for food. And because your nutrition is not balanced, then hormone, the biotransmitter also not very friendly type, or you will go and crave for high sugar, high fat. You want high energy food. But actually, you don't need that much high energy. You need high nutrition food.
Right.
Because your body actually at the cellular level, they can generate consistent energy for you, and you won't have the so-called energy bonking. That means your energy won't crash. You will just drop a little bit and come back. And that's the reason also your proper GI, you won't have the sugar crash. That means your sugar won't spike, and then your insulin have to work and bring it down again. Then this up and down pattern will make you very hungry here, hungry there. Then you're out of control with the not proper nutrition. Then your neurotransmitter also not very friendly type, and make you craving for this, craving for that. So you're out of control, honestly. That is the mistake, okay? So don't think you have a right eating meal portion is important, but content is very important.
Yeah.
It's the content, okay? So
it's the substance. What's inside is important.
Sorry?
The substance, the inside, what's inside is also important. Not just,
Yeah, the issue is that we always think we eat enough. But let me put it this way for you. Okay, that's why you must be very conscious about your body energy, your mood. Now, if you are not moving that properly, that means to say there is the deficiency. Right. Okay, then this is a 3D effect. Now, first of all,
what's the 3D? What's the 3D effect?
The first D is called depletion.
Depletion.
Now, your body deplete. Your body has stored nutrition. So if you don't feed enough, your body will start to extract all the nutrition and all over the body, and then they will drain it off. Okay, for example, if a pregnant woman, if they don't have enough calcium, the teeth will drop. Wow. Because they will mobilize the calcium from the teeth and also other parts. Okay. Now that's a very easy analogy. Okay.
All right. Second,
then you can imagine what about the nutrition? What about your muscle? You don't enough protein, you are depleting your muscle, which is very dangerous. You know, you will lose independence. You know, you start losing muscle when you lose your strength. You have a fall injury, or you have a so-called your mobility is affected. Then you lose your independence. Okay, so these are the important so-called
second D, please.
First D is depletion. Then when you eat, I just say everything is cooked, so you don't have much nutrition there actually.
Left,
but we think there is, you know. We still want to think. Let me ask you a favor. Do me a favor, please. You spend 150 ringgit, okay? Take your package, your meal, and send it to the lab and ask them to pull down what is the nutrition. Then you will buy my idea. Otherwise, you will start talking, no, I have enough. I swallow already, okay? Everything must be consistent, okay? So the rule of thumb is very simple. Whatever you need, you measure and swallow half. 50% must be measured and swallowed, especially your protein intake. Okay, you must 50% enough your vitamins actually. That's why 50% one tablet of multivitamin is good. You swallow first early morning, then you have that already. Then your body allow your body to go and search. The idea very instinct, the body thirsty, they won't look for water.
Yes.
Hungry, they look for food. No, they're not. They are looking for nutrition.
Yeah.
They are looking for all the micronutrients, the macronutrients. But we go and take just food. Then we start everything. Then our mood is not so happy. When the happy food come in, we will whack nicely. Wow, this is very sweet, very nice, And that is beginning of the complication. Okay, the 2D.
Right.
Then when you don't have enough, then it will start to deficient will come in. So depletion compounded with deficiency. And then the 3D, the third D is dysfunction. This is how we go. This depletion, deficient, dysfunction. That means to say, for example, now let's say you don't eat properly, okay, you or eat too much or eat very high calorie food, you gain weight. Now you gain weight, then your cholesterol will come, then your blood pressure will come, your blood sugar will come. Then after that, later you go into diabetes, hypertensive. These are all the dysfunction. And then furthermore, you go to end organ failure, where you get stroke, kidney failure, amputation, blindness, all these and that will come in. This is the reason why we need to know the sequence of a consequence of a health problem, right beginning from the food intake and the body composition. Right. If you are oversized, you have to reduce. If you didn't exercise, you must do it. So when you start practicing this awareness, there's no reason why you can gain weight. That's why I say you don't even have to lose weight. You just put these factors back into order, you will lose weight automatically. Trust me, this is how it's going to go. I have to do every day. I'm dealing with people like that. They come to my place, then I talk to them. Then some with the high budget, we give them a bit more so-called intervention program to change the nutrition habit. We don't do the nutrition modification. We only do the nutrition habit. We change the nutrition habit.
The intervention.
By getting the right meal, enough content, then automatically the craving will cut. Right. The moody streak will cut. Then after that, they can think straight, they can act straight, then they will do what we recommend them to do. Right. Then we put them into the group will start to talk to them, then they will start to contribute whatever. Because when we in the group say, hey, why they ask some question, before we coach can do the answering, they already answer for us already. That's the power of the small little group we call the wellness socialization group. Okay, so the 3D, deficient, deplete. Eventually, your body cannot take it. Then you eat some more, not enough. Then you would deficient some of the compounding. Then the dysfunction will come faster. So it's very simple. The obesity is not a disease, as we say. It's a disease. Okay? If you don't do anything about it, then you will become impaired and the disease will come in. Right. So there's understanding that, then you will know, oh, like this is the case. I think I will do the 30-minute regime. The 150-minute regime. So it's about 30 minutes. It's very simple. You can't do 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the evening. And then you come to our training, we'll just show you a bit more how to do the proper, easy stretching. Automate it. Whenever you wake up, only you already start doing it. So when you start understanding, you will automate to get the weight managed very well. Okay,
which brings us to the 5J. So we finish off with that because we are almost done with our session. What is the 5J concept for easy or for easy weight management, for easy weight loss?
Very good. Okay, as you know, if you do it alone, you find it difficult, all right? You find it difficult. Then you need to have a plan. A plan not to be so complicated. Okay, make it very simple and just be happy. First of all, we eat right. We brush our teeth early morning. Then after that,
just a routine.
The routine. Put the routine.
Yeah.
So now
number one, the first J is jadwal. Okay, let's talk about jadwal.
Jadwal. Eat correctly. Possible. Okay, one main colorful meal. Breakfast, very important. Start with the breakfast, the lunch, and the dinner. Okay, in the proper timing first. Okay, and then 2 snack. Okay,
right.
You need to, because every 4 hours you're hungry. Okay, if you eat not complete, not enough nutrient, you're hungry faster. That's why it's not whether why you eat so much, because your body has not enough. So they need to find more food because the content of the food is very little. The food is a lot. So when the food is a lot, the calorie is high, the nutrition is low. So you need to eat 3 times of the calorie to get the nutrition. This is the danger. That is the reason why we give you that nutrient-dense nutrition to
Yeah.
place that for you
That-
so that you can overcome this problem.
That
Okay.
brings us to the second J, which
Yeah.
is jumlah.
Yeah, portion is very important. The amount is very important. Now, how to control the amount? Okay, first of all, you cannot control the amount. If you're hungry, like nobody business, you eat like anybody. You should eat. You don't eat, you will faint. So now the key is, why am I so hungry?
Yeah.
Find the cause. Are you putting all your things correctly or not? Are you eating correctly or not, on time or not? Eating good enough nutrition or not? Enough protein or not? Enough carbohydrate or not? Enough good fats or not? If you eat that correctly, then your amount is automatically regulated. If not, you will overeat. Okay, next.
Okay, the
next
third
thing.
J, jenis makanan.
Oh, type of food is very important. The type of nature of the food. You know that you're having a condition. There's a weight loss condition you need. So before you eat, you should ask a question. Do me a favor. Is this food gain weight or lose weight? Okay, simple.
Moment of truth.
You just ask. No, I mean, I'm not asking putting anybody down. You just ask. Okay, or be mindful. Hey, I think I want to lower my calorie, so I want to get my body so-called more antioxidant. So you eat more so-called probably grilled stuff or so-called things that is not overcooked, okay, not over fried, okay. Then that will become so-called the choice of it, more raw thing, because you know raw thing means the nutrition is intact. Cooked thing, nutrition is not so intact. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Then of course the fourth one is the jujo. It means you a moment of
You have
truth.
to be honest.
Honest lah. Okay. Now, and this is very simple. You see, when with our client, we don't have to worry too much. But let's just tell this statement: what you eat secretly, you wear publicly. So you cannot go away, you have to face it. And you know already that is not, that's hurting, and you still do it, then that is probably some of the so-called cognitive disorder. That's where we use the psychological thing come in. That's why we have Professor Muhammad to talk about the psychology aspect of it. So these are very important, the self-care, the self-love, things like that. So you need to understand the mindset. So that's why that it is a very good program. You should understand that part, then you understand yourself better.
Right.
Then automatically you are so-called are able to see things clearer. And of course, we also will put people into a 21-day over 90-day program.
Yeah, that bring us back. Bring us to the last J, which is Jamaah.
Jamaah is
Together.
That's what we call wellness socialization. So you want wellness, you must socialize wellness group. You can eat, I don't mind, you can eat the eating group, but then you also must balance, you see.
Right.
You must, you say you want to lose weight, you eat more than you exercise. So it's not so good type of wellness socialization.
Okay, so let me recap a bit. So it's the 5J formula by Coach Francis. Number one is jadwal. Basically, it's your
time,
routine and your eating 5 times a day, or eating according to your breakfast, lunch, dinner. Proper meals, meal timing, right? And we have the jumlah, which is the portion of food. All right. So using the suku separuh is a great concept. Okay, then we talk about jenis makanan, the third J. So more to grilled stuff or steam. Try to avoid things that has high in oil and deep fried. So those are the things that will not be. Ask yourself whether it's a food good for you or not. You will know. Will this help me for my weight loss journey? Because since we're on the topic of that, right? Or will it not? So asking yourself is very important. So the fourth J is jujo. Be honest to yourself, right? So you cannot
self-care and self-love, right?
Yeah, it's self-care and self-love. You cannot say that you want to do something but you're not doing it. Then that's not really reflecting what you really feel, right? So the last J is jamaah, doing it together.
Wellness
Doing wellness socialization, doing it with a coach. Have a proper environment to be in, a supportive environment.
Your environment will actually detect a lot of things. Yeah, that's
right. Right, great. So we have covered really good flow today, from why is it so hard to lose weight, how to reduce belly fat, the common mistakes people make, how to even go about it, and the 5J concept. So, Coach Francis, is there any what do you think people can do to work on it? What is the first step they can do now
Very simple.
after this session? Yep.
First of all, don't hit yourself too hard. Okay,
All right.
just be happy about it. Even though I've said certain things, maybe I'm not very happy with your ear. It's okay because that is also a piece of advice, and also we see it from our lens is different. A trainer lens, a doctor lens, and an ordinary lay people lens is different. We see it's very, very dangerous. Very, very endangering not only you and people around you, you lose your independence, and also your family will lose their independence. Because when you are down, everybody is down. So whatever it is, we always can take a U-turn, okay? If we make a mistake or we create or increase our awareness, okay? And decide that you want to do something, find out how we can do it, okay?
Right.
Whatever we have told you, this is recorded. Re-listen one more time. You can always get in touch with us, or you can whoever thing you can gather, you can mix with them, no problem. But the key is that we have already an automated system for you guys. Okay, it's very simple and it's affordable by everybody. So we see it as a contribution in educating health. Okay, rather than so-called just a business structure. At the same time, more people. We need to inspire more people. That's why you don't do it alone. You are also not alone. So if your story means a lot. It matters. Okay, you matters. Your story matters. The moment you lose that weight or you have done it correctly, that is the most powerful thing you can do, because you're going to affect everybody around you, and people. Then we will move towards to work on the obesity rate, because it's the way it goes is going to be very alarming. Honestly, it's very alarming. Every 1 in 2, and the third one is overweight. So it's very so-called alarming. So it's important for each and everyone to adopt the concept of so-called be mindful and a healthy, active lifestyle, eat healthily, and work on your so-called issue. Let's say you're overweight, find out how, and let's go to work.
Right.
Okay, that's when even you start to measure, you lose half a kg in 1 month. Then in 12 months, you will lose quite a lot.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. With that,
1 kg a month.
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, with that, I think
Fine.
Prof. Muhammad has mentioned just now, excellent sharing, Coach. I'm a doctor. I think I was, maybe perhaps, better use of, in the past tense, I was very ignorant about nutrients, nutrition and activities. Have a very wrong understanding about diet. Thanks for enlightening and the inspiring messages. Yeah, I think if you can get anybody in front of Coach Wong, definitely he's the one that can not only motivate you, but it's more important if you do something about it. So we're here as coaches not to motivate you. We're here to try to educate people, because there's so much of actually contradicting messages out there. There's even a new diet called vegan diet, apparently. It's a combination of paleo and vegan. So if you look at the things that you can eat in a vegan diet, it's basically asking you to eat healthier, just balanced food. So, but there's so many terms coined for those things, to sell a book, to sell a concept, to be famous, right? So it is very confusing, really. Okay, so maybe one more last question from Zalina. Is there a difference between losing weight and losing inches?
Oh, okay. Both also important.
Yes, hear
Yes,
that.
the inches means your fats are, you see, your fats is soft tissue is covering up. Okay, so
Right.
you lose inches, but you cannot lose the inches without losing weight. Okay, but if you lose weight, if it correctly, your inches will lose.
Yeah.
You got loose skin also, it will tighten up, because if you do it correctly.
Okay.
So it's important, don't lose weight with crash diet, with no proper nutrition and no training. Cannot work. You have to tone everything up, okay? This is very important. You have to condition, work on your muscle, activate your muscle from small to major muscle, and then you eat correctly, and the rest is automatic. Okay, end of the day, I just want to put this message across. End of the day, if let's say are already so-called, I mean, we already gain weight or we have some metabolic problem, it's so important that we need to address it as soon as possible. And
Okay.
trust me, the weight is the number one magic. The weight and the inches. If the weight and the inches comes down with the proper training, exercise, and nutrition, your metabolic syndrome will come down. Your cholesterol, your blood sugar, your blood pressure will come down simultaneously. And with that come down, you won't get a metabolic disease. And if you hit in the metabolic disease, I am not a doctor, but I work with my clients. My clients work with the doctor. So actually, indirectly, I also work with their doctors. The treatment can't do much for you. The treatment can't do much for you. Okay? Whatever the treatment is actually to relieve you, that's all. End of the day, your body need to recover. So the wise thing is we want to prevent ourselves to go into the inevitable, so that we want to push back. We call it the pushback formula, because we know the health is here, the disease is coming behind, and they are chasing you. So you need to run faster than the disease.
Right.
And with the pushback theory, you also get yourself fit and practice whatever is important. In that way, you push back the disease, you push it further back. So you run faster, the disease, you push it further. So in that way, even your body has a genetic material, a genetic so-called cancer or so-called other metabolic problem. Actually, it will come, the gene we can't do away, but it cannot surface during your lifetime. Trust me.
Right.
Manage it properly, your lifetime, your gene cannot surface. Okay, then they will die with us and bury it off. So that means to say the next generation will have clear of all these problems. Okay? So this is a very important message. I hope that we go out there to do good things for ourselves, and let's be an inspiration for other people.
Right.
Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so the last thing that we wanted to share, I hope that answers your question, right, Zalina? Both is important. Losing weight, losing inches, both important to manage your blood sugar, your cholesterol, your high blood pressure. So it is doable. Yes, Prof. Yes, last but not least, we would like to share a little very nice clip that we always like to impart this message. It's not to scare you. It's to inspire you to do a little bit more starting today. Okay, starting when you go to sleep tonight, you set your niyat, your intentions, what you want to do for tomorrow to do better than today, right? Yeah, right. So with that, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my video. Okay, right. Let's see. Okay.
What will your last 10 years look like? Will you be quick enough for a game of tag with your grandchild? Strong enough to embrace every moment? Will you grow old with vitality? Or get old with disease? It's time to decide. The average Canadian will spend their last 10 years in sickness. Change your future at makehealthlast.ca.
Right.
Wow.
So yeah, I hope this little message, it's not sending us fear, but just in hope for us to not only have longer life, but better years. And make every of our meaningful years left. Now with the pandemic, we are reflecting on how to stay healthy, right? And I hope everybody can send out this message. This is actually done very well by the Canadian government. So it has been translated in so many different countries, but we hope that you definitely see something valuable tonight. So sometimes we get excited and coach very motivated mode, but actually we do want people to be happy, find that within what makes you a happy body, mind, and spirit, right? So we want to, because like next month will be the fasting month for our Muslim friends. And yeah, and what are the things that we want to do for better spiritual health? Physical health is also very important, right? So we will have more sessions on this to talk
Great.
about how to prepare for your month of Ramadan, right? So it's not just about looking good, it's about having, yes, Prof, you said it very right, the quality of life. Okay, is our way forward. Yeah. So with that, yeah, any last words, Coach?
Stay healthy because the world is facing a health problem. It's not just the pandemic. The pandemic is just a small issue only. Okay, the metabolic problem is the biggest problem. The heart problem is the biggest problem. So maintain healthy weights, active lifestyle, healthy mental health with Prof. So don't miss our session, please. Okay, do us a favor, share this link with all your friends. And we are open for questions, nobody, no fees because we are your friends.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, have a good night, everybody. Have a good weekend ahead. I mean, we have Sunday weekend. So I hope everybody benefited from this session. You have any more questions, feel free to put in the group, and then we can see what other follow-up videos that we can actually do, right?
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
Yeah,
so
thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you, Coach.
night.
Thank you.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Good
Love
night.
you guys. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Good.